Guess what, Daniel A. What?
Huh?
What?
Lego Bumblebee Transformer G1 is on shelves, is in markets, and I gotta say, I was blown away because first and foremost, building these Lego Transformers is such a awesome experience. I never experienced something like this within a Lego set ever before. Never. Voltron is kind of close where all the lions come together and form a bigger lion. But the fact when I was building Optimus Prime, the fact that it looks like a dope robot and then seamlessly transforms into a perfect looking semi-truck rig blew my mind. When you do that first transformation, you're like, no way does this go there and that folds there, and now it's literally a truck.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, to be able to make a set that you can build without any problem, that looks good in mech form, can transform, and also could look good in a vehicle form, like that's a lot more criteria than most Lego sets have to go through. So the fact that they were able to get these two to work at all and be, at least in your opinion, pretty good, that says something.
It's an engineering feat, and I thought you'd appreciate this as a mechanical engineer, PhD, and I really thought you'd appreciate this, but I feel like you're just kind of sleeping on Lego Transformers. I know Optimus Prime is a little bit older, but I just want to talk about both of them, Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, now that we have two, which creates a series, which creates a streak. Starting with Optimus Prime, he looks pretty accurate to the G1 version. The robot form looks like it, and the semi-truck rig looks accurate. Down to the detail, like his plated legs with those metallic cheese slopes, the feet, even these little cylinders on the side are on the Lego set. And it's just kind of mind-blowing. I can't believe it. So I got to give Optimus Prime, honestly, 10 out of 10 Lego set. What I was telling Daniel A was these really do feel like icons. Like this is a one-off set that you really need to get. It feels a lot cooler getting an icon like this rather than getting the 456th Ninjago mech. And that's coming from someone who loves Ninjago mechs, okay? But it feels a lot more iconic, right?
It's incredibly iconic, and they translated it so well. Even just looking at this art versus the actual set, the details are crazy, both in the transformed form and in the vehicle form. Wow, I can't believe they were able to pull that off. And yet, this is a set that I saw a lot discounted at my local Lego store. Okay. Why do you think that is?
Okay, it was a little bit bloated. It was a teensy bit overpriced. I think the Bumblebee is a little bit more fairly priced than the Optimus Prime. It originally retailed for $180 for 1,500 pieces. So it's, $20 more expensive than it should be. Granted, it's getting older now, so maybe that's why you're seeing it on these clearance. It's been, 2 years now since its original release.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just Transformers doesn't have the big fan base and the big demand for a Lego Transformers set. This is something that should have been done ages ago because we have so many Transformers toys over time, but not the number one toy brand. Lego has never done it until now. And it is amazing, but maybe they're too late to the draw? I don't know.
What do you think the appeal is of having a Lego transforming Optimus Prime when you can get just a regular transforming Optimus Prime off the shelf as well?
Maybe a regular one would be better. They can create new random hinges. Granted, they did design new specific parts for these Transformers sets. They did design new molds for them. But I think the appeal is like any other Lego set. You see it go from one piece to 1,500 all combined into one. That just makes the transformation all that more impressive. That, yes, some pieces may break off, and we'll talk about that. With Optimus Prime specifically, I rarely have a piece fall off. And for a set that's constructed of 1,500 small little pieces, that makes it 10 trillion times more impressive. Regarding the Bumblebee, a little bit more controversial. A lot of people were coming out the gate saying this was a trash Lego set. I remember seeing the designer show off a video of him opening it up and transforming it into robot mode, and people are saying, oh man, look how careful he has to be. Oh man, look how bulky it is and stuff like that. And I was kind of really skeptical based on the general aura and consensus of society. But then I bought it and built it myself. And boy, did I have a very equitable experience to Optimus Prime. Very similar, but honestly, maybe even a teensy bit more impressive. Optimus Prime does not have these curves that you need in a Volkswagen VW Bug.
It's impressive that these are both able to be very distinct in their looks and have very different ways of transforming and still get the job done. I think you're exactly right. We're building it. You can see how it works, how the sausage is made, basically.
Yeah.
And that's not something you can get with any regular Transformers necessarily. So that adds an extra level of really cool ingenuity to these kinds of things.
With transforming to Bumblebee, only the cheese slopes on the top windshield row have ever fallen off for me. Maybe I'm being very careful and gentle. Maybe if I'm going a little bit faster and harder, it would break more. But I'm just going slow and following the directions, so I don't see that being a major concern. As far as accuracy to G1, it is based on the G1 cartoon of Transformers. How do you think the set translated over, Daniel Lewa, to the G1 cartoon? Hey, I saw that yawn. I saw that yawn.
I'm not yawning about Transformers. It's just late. I think they translated really well. The interesting part about the Bumblebee versus Optimus is that you do have to take off the whole front of the windshield. That's something I know a lot of people were knocking. It looks fine, like in the actual built set. It looks great in both forms, and if it requires taking off one extra piece of decal, it's not necessarily a make or break thing.
Oh yeah, and obviously in the cartoon, you don't need to account for every single piece of mass that is on the actual VW Volkswagen Bug, so they can make it look a lot sleeker. Obviously in the cartoon, he has nothing on his shoulders, whereas the Lego set, he has 2 of the tires on his shoulders and big yellow chassis. Bug does have this big, bulky torso that is the top of the car. That translates over really well to the Bumblebee. But when I was looking at other toys of G1 Bumblebee, that's where you notice a lot more similarities within the Lego set. You see the big chassis feet because they can't shrink that mass. Some of the toys have both the wheels on the arms, all 4 of them. I don't know. Looking at all the other G1 Bumblebee toys, this one's honestly the freaking coolest is the Lego one. The freaking tires on the shoulders, the hands, the gun.
No, they pulled it off really well. And I think that's definitely a lot of extra hard work that goes into making something like this versus just whatever, the monkey mech, you know? Do you think the cost for these is worth it, considering you don't get any figs? Of course, you wouldn't get any minifigs unless you expected some Shia LaBeouf. Do you feel like the prices on these are justified for what you get?
Bumblebee, $90 for 950 pieces. Totally great pricing. Under $100 doesn't make it feel like a huge commitment to get this, but if you're a Transformers fan, you're going to want this. Or if you're a mecha fan like me, I know it's not a mech, it's not a piloted vehicle, but I love these buildable bipedal robots. You're going to want this, and $90 is totally okay. Well, Optimus Prime is where I think it gets a little bit sketchy at $180. And just one thing I want to touch on is they go the extra mile for these sets. I'm talking Optimus Prime has his laser axe, has his gun, has an Energon cube for food, which is Autobot fuel. And then on Bumblebee, it comes with alternate plates. If you don't want the Transformers logo to be exposed, it comes with another yellow plate to cover that. It comes with even another Transformers logo if you want it placed differently on the car, like sometimes it appears in the show. Of course, they included his gun. They included Easter eggs all throughout, his license plates, bumper stickers, little Bumblebee on the back of the display plate. It does feel like an iconic premium toy 18 plus product. I saw that yawn. I saw that yawn.
I'm really trying to. I'm not. It's not about you. It's not about Bumblebee Transformers.
Oh, someone was not yawning during the Monkey Kid analysis, but now we're talking about G1 Bumblebee, and it's a snooze fest. I give it up. It's a trash set, and I'm in the minority that I think it's really dope.
Do you think Bumblebee will sell better than Optimus Prime?
I don't know. With all the hate and backlash it was getting at the beginning, I've seen a lot of comments and stuff. I don't really watch a lot of reviews, but I've seen people saying, it's actually impressive that they were able to do this transition, how they did it. So I'm glad people are recognizing that now. But all that initial hate and backlash towards the beginning may hurt its sales. I was talking to kids that I know that had Optimus Prime, and they're like, "Oh, I heard Bumblebee's bad. I'm not getting it." So I'm here to break those stigmas. Felt like a very similar experience to building Optimus Prime, that same magic of transforming it, but it brings something new and fresh to the table. So I do hope that it will sell well, because I really would like at least one more Lego Transformer.
Well, it's coming at an excellent time because we're literally getting the new animated Transformers 1 movie here shortly this year. And so having an actual Bumblebee Lego set that people can go out and buy, I think the timing is great, even if it's not the exact same design. So I think that'll really help it in the long run.
Totally. The timing may help. And I just, hopefully with the new Transformers 1 film, regardless if it's good or bad, I hope they continue and do at least Megatron. At least Megatron. I know it's a tank. I know Lego doesn't do military, but it is very much so a futuristic sci-fi tank, and they should please just do it. That would be the icing on the cake at a bare minimum. Of course, we could get more Starscream, other G1, flesh out the entire G1 lineup.
No, I think that'd be amazing. And I think having you could do a tank, like they always do fighter jets and Lego Creator and stuff like that, but it's like jets for aerial shows or stuff like that. Or where you have like rescue planes. You know, you could have a Megatron rescue tank.
Oh,
And
I-
do you think these sets should be aimed at adults only, or would it make more sense if they were more for a wider audience?
yeah, that's interesting. They definitely do feel like boomer sets because of it being a G1 specific Transformers. If it was the new Transformers, it was based on Transformers 1, the new movie geared towards kids, that would seem more appropriate for kids. But I know kids who own Optimus Prime and they really loved it. You know, there are newer cartoons for Transformers, stuff like that, so I don't know how much of a grip it has on the younger audience, but it does feel very geared towards adults. And I forgot your original question, but yes, I think the G1 should be geared towards adults, and it felt like a very premium experience.
I want to see Unicron. Can we please get a Lego? Can we please get a Lego Unicron? Transform it into a planet. Transform it back into a robot. It would be the first Lego $1,000 set. It's got to be that,
Okay.
or Minas Tirith. So
Okay, let's pretend Daniel Lewa didn't say that, and let's continue with closing out this video. Last thing I want to say, and I think it may be way out of pocket to say this, but if they really wanted these Lego Transformers to go 10 trillion times above and beyond every other Transformers toy in the market, they would have included custom minifigure for each one. An Optimus Prime minifigure and a Bumblebee minifigure.
yeah.
And I have seen cool mock-ups out there. They are out there and they do look cool, but that would have, I know why they didn't do that, obviously, but me being a minifigure guy, that's what the dream would be, you know?
I would worry it would go too much down like the old Bionicle Hero Factory little figure route, but if done well, it would be awesome to get like a minifigurized version of any of these characters.
100%, because for us minifigure fans, we think of Lego as a minifigure company, not a brick company. But me being a minifigure guy, I rarely ever buy a set that doesn't have a minifigure, so me raving about these Transformers I think is kind of telling, and I think you should maybe go and check them out. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments if you had a miserable experience or you think this set is chugly. Sorry for ranting in 20 minutes about Lego Transformers. Awesome theme. I think the theme should just continue, honestly. I don't know what it is. Really love it. Really appreciate if you made it to the end, and I really do also appreciate our channel members such as Oliver J. the Ginger Lender, I'm Lidme, Richie Rage, MC Goat, and Dr. Dan PhD.
If you made it this far in the video, you are a real one, and you have transformed our day for the better. Comment Magnemite below, and we'll know you're the real one.
Subscribe if you like Bumblebee, and if you don't like Bumblebee, hit the like button.